Let's take a moment, find a comfortable position. Let's start with a little meditation. Comfortable, natural position where we can sit quietly, comfortably, either placing the hands on the knees or interlacing the fingers and having the hands in our laps. If you notice any tension in your eyes, open your eyes a little bit and just let the natural eye gaze take place. Noticing the softness of the eyelids, soft like butterfly wings. And eventually the upper eyelid falls heavily on the lower eyelid. And if you notice the tension in your eyes, just open your eyes again and close them softly. Swamiji would say, eyes of Buddha. When you see a Buddha statue, Buddha's eyes are usually closed in a very soft, gentle manner. And it seems like they're smiling. And the eyes are smiling. That smiling of the eyes represents the satisfaction, triptihi, satisfaction that has no reason. Buddha or Shiva, happy in himself, by himself, without any reason. How is that possible? Buddha is the one that knows, just as Shiva, he who is auspicious, he who removes all that we don't want. Fear, bhayam. As you close your eyes, granting our bodies to rest and relax, offering non-resistance to whatever is taking place in our bodies. Maybe there is tension. It's in order by offering non-resistance to my tension or discomfort. The tension can eventually release. The discomfort can release when I don't have an agenda for it to be different than what it is. From the eyes, let that relaxation from the eyes, the softness from the eyes, expand through your whole body. Your eyebrows, your forehead, top of the head. Your ears, your jaw. Your arms and your shoulder. Allowing any tension to melt away, to melt just like chocolate in the heat, or how honey drips down. Our chest, our bellies. Any stress, let it melt. And maybe it doesn't melt completely, but partially. Your legs and your feet. A live breathing statue. And as we close our eyes, we draw our attention inward. The stimulus that comes through our eyes, forms and objects and colors. It stays outside. It is outside. Just like the whole world is outside. Outside means outside of our body. The whole world is outside. But somehow the world is inside, often. We carry the world with us. The people we meet, the people we see, the news we read, the news we listen to. So the stimulus comes through our eyes, through our ears, the smells, taste, the skin. So we want to unload the world. And unloading doesn't mean that I don't care what's happening. Unloading means because I care, I keep things outside and I grant them the space to be what they are. There is an order for things to be what they are. Sthane. Otherwise it wouldn't be what it is right now. Just like Shiva, when Shiva closes his eyes and is in meditation. He is in meditation with open eyes or with closed eyes, it doesn't matter. He's always with himself. And he grants the world around him the freedom to be what it is. That's why he commands a happiness that has no reason. He doesn't demand anything from the world. If at all, he grants boons, wishes to his devotees, those who come and take sharanam, take refuge. Maybe you've seen a photo of Shiva. One of his hands is facing downward and the other hand is facing upward. The palm, two palms, one facing inward, downward, the other facing upward and outward. And the hand that is facing downward represents the sharanam. With that gesture, with that mudra, he says, give up your struggles, your agendas. Let me take care of them. Let me take care of your worries, your fears, your desires. The other hand that is facing upward and outward represents abhayam, fearlessness, and validation. With that gesture, with that mudra, he indicates that all is in order. Even the destructive principle, when things go, when things fall apart, when things change, that is the order. Shiva knows. He understands the order. And he tells us we need not resist against the order. Even the unknown is in order. Imagine you're sitting in front of Shiva. You're sitting in front of your altar, somewhere outside in nature. And there is Shiva, the great yogi. And you sit in front of him. What would you tell him? He is the best friend. He is the friend, ever stable. He has all knowledge and all power. He has the whole picture. He is in the form of dharma. And he has the power to grant us boons, wishes. He's also called Ashutoshi, the immediate giver. He grants wishes. So we can all have a moment with Shiva. To unload our heart. Whatever we carry in our heart, our knots, our fears, our worries. I open up my heart and let in Shiva. By acknowledging and by offering back what is not mine. O Shiva, grant me the serenity to accept all that I cannot change. There's so many facts right now that I cannot change. Please grant me the courage, the strength, the will and the effort to change what I can change. And the wisdom to know the difference between what I cannot change and what I can. I know that worrying doesn't help. I know that prayers help. May I have the strength to continuously invoke your support, that I can stay as a devotee, recognize all that is given in my life, which maybe I've been taking for granted. I never take things for granted. And I ask to understand the nature of I, to see myself just as you see yourself, as ever unaffected by whatever happens in my awareness. May I gain the clear knowledge that I am free. And I wish that freedom for all beings, for my family, my friends, my village, and my community. May all people discover their essential freedom. Om Namah Shivaya. You can chant that too. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 We chant together. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. We can chant together 11 times the Mrityunjaya mantra. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. 3 more times. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Last time. Om Triambakaina Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrtaate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, so I'm just sharing this document here for a moment. Okay, 1 second. So this is the sacred Śatāṅgāyuḥ Mantraḥ. You can say Śatāṅgāyuḥ Mantraḥ. Mantra. So this is a Purānic mantra. It goes really well because we've just been chanting the Mrityunjaya mantra, and there's a Mrityunjaya stotram. It has, I don't remember how many verses, but I think like 11 verses. Mrityunjaya stotram, very beautiful stotram. And there's also, it comes from the Markandeya Purana, and in that Markandeya Purana, there's the Mrityunjaya stotram, and there you find the Śatāṅgāyuḥ Mantraḥ. Śatāṅgāyuḥ, it's usually this, when you put it together, these two words, then the visarga turns into a repa. So then Śatāṅgāyuḥ Mantraḥ or Śatāṅgāyuḥ Mantraḥ. And this is a very beautiful mantra that Markandeya Rishi has given to us. And we can send you this document that is translated by Swamiji and put together by dear friend Jeffrey, and I also helped a lot. And so we're just bringing this document out now, so we can send this to you, and you can have it for your studies. So it is a mantra. Shata means 100. Anga means limbs. So limbs, the 100 limbs, the mantra of the 100 limbs. And when we say 100, it means limitless or countless limbs. So meaning all our limbs. So this is a mantra for the well-being of all our limbs, so that all our limbs are healthy and strong and integrated. So it is a mantra that helps us to integrate and bring together whatever is not together. But we saw whatever is not together is also in order, and then it's in order to bring it back into order, bring it back together. So if there's any physical disease, we can chant this mantra. If there is any disease on the subtle level, for example, as my sense organs are not functioning well, my organs of actions are not functioning well, my pranas are not fully full, my pranas, the vital forces are not fully functioning, then this mantra is being chanted. And also when there is fear, because usually when the body is not well, or our subtle body, which means the sense organs, the organs of action, and the pranas, and the mind also, the mind belongs to the subtle body, the mind including all our emotions and our memories. Then when we have a lot of anxiety and worries, that belongs all to the mind. And so we can chant this mantra to conquer all those worries and these anxieties. And we look into where these anxieties and worry come from. Usually worries and anxiety are there because there is some fear there. There's some fear of losing something, or some fear of the unknown. And so now many people are experiencing a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety and worries, because many people are losing a lot right now, physically a lot. Now material, the job are losing, jobs, we're losing, people losing their bodies at the moment. But in the Vedic culture, in the Vedic tradition, death is not absolute. So if we're losing this body, then the Veda says we're gaining a new body. if we live the dharmic life, so that we have to say, if we live the dharmic life means a life within universal values, where we created more harmony than disharmony, where we engaged in lots of reaching out action, and with an intention to contribute to the well-being of all beings, less and less consuming, and me minus, Swamiji would call it, an attitude of more reaching out and supporting and helping and fulfilling my desires. Yes, I'm worthy of fulfilling all my desires, yet keeping within dharma, keeping within universal values. Then if I live the dharmic life, then I can be sure that I will gain another birth, another human birth. So whatever I leave now behind me, I will just pick up again. So for me, this knowledge gives me so much solace, so much relative shanti, relative peace, to know that, okay, even if this body has to go now, even if this body would get sick, I know I lived my life in my best possibility, the best I could, and I'm pretty sure I would gain another human birth. And so then there's some inner relaxation there, because disease is part of that. The body will either decay through old age or through disease. That's a given, which many of us in our Western myth, we don't acknowledge that given fact. We celebrate birth and then we never talk about death. And so in the Vedic culture, the death ceremony is the greatest and biggest ceremony, because death is part of life. Life is a cycle, and so if there is birth, then there will be death. But death in the Vedic culture is not going into non-existence. It's not going into non-existence, meaning we don't just disappear and then stop existing. That's a concept that doesn't make sense at all. This idea that we have one life and that's it, that of course that gives a lot of fear. I have some family member, they believe in one life, and of course there's then a lot of fear, but that doesn't make sense at all. So in the Vedic culture, we look upon life as cyclical, and that means that we come into being, but not from non-existence. And so then the question would be, how do we come into being? But that goes then deeper into the Vedanta teaching. So, but to start with, we start with, I come into being, I exist in Ishvara, and I go out of being. But when I say I come into being, I go out of being, what do we talk about? We're talking about the physical body. This body, this costume that I love so much, hopefully. I hope we all love our body that we've been given. If not, if we still have some sense of this body is not good enough, or I have still this pattern of rejecting my body, then that is very important to look into and neutralize any dislike or any judgment regarding my body, because my body is a temple. So my body is given and is sacred and is here to be taken care of. Yet with the acknowledgement that the fact is that this body is given, it came into being, and it will go out of being. And so, yet this body comes into being and goes out of being. It cannot come from nothing. It cannot just come from non-existence, because non-existent means non-existence. In Sanskrit, it's called tucham. So tucham means that which does not exist. So non-existence is like the horn of a human being. That's non-existence, unless you see some horns here. But like a human being doesn't have horns. So that's something. It's non-existence. It's called tucham in Sanskrit. So we're not coming from non-existence, because non-existence means nothing can come from non-existence. So now we need another means of knowledge other than our 5 sense organs, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, direct perception, and we need another means of knowledge in order to know what existence is. Because all we know about existence is only limited existence. When we talk about existence, we're actually always talking about existence, but we're always talking about a limited existence. We're talking about the body. The body is, right? The body is, it has an existence, but it is a limited existence. Like this shala here, the shala is. We say the shala is. The word is refers to existence. So we say the shala is, but the shala has a limited existence. It came into being, eventually it will go out of being. The house, it came into being, the house will have to go out of being. Like the plants come into being, they will have to go out of being. But whatever we name, and everything that we name is within the universe, is within our awareness. So when we say universe or world, we're always using words. We're using words to describe the world. And every word that we use is always accompanied by the word is. Is, or is accompanied by the word is not. And so we don't question isness until we do. We take the noun for granted. We take the world for granted. Like we take the universe for granted. We take the sun, the moon, the stars, the air, the water. We just take it for granted. And we have given it an absolute existence. An absolute existence means that it will exist always. But that's not true. We're so aware, universally we're now aware of that fact. that all of this can go. And first, when we became aware that Mother Nature is decaying, we were still, okay, Mother Nature, she can decay. And some of us started to wake up and realize, oh, Mother Nature, that's my home. I don't want her to go. So at least some people started to wake up, and started to pray and started to march. Millions of people started to march so that we would wake up and take care of Mother Nature. And I believe all these prayers and this marching, this was a prayer, a calling out for help. And maybe that help, that prayer was heard in the form of a virus that had to spread. And now suddenly that virus is giving the message to all the 8 billion people. I don't know if all 8 billion people have the message, but as far as I know, almost everybody knows now. And now it's not Mother Nature that is extinct, even though it is Mother Nature, because I am Mother Nature. But somehow now it's me. I'm in danger. Even though when Mother Nature is in danger, it's also me, but it's still a little bit further away, because this is Mother Nature. But suddenly it's my body is at stake. I could lose this body. And suddenly we're all waking up. But now this is the question. Are we waking up and will the fear take over? The fear of going into non-existence? Or will the fear now be a wake-up call? A wake-up call to ask the question, what is existence? Where does this whole universe come from that we have taken for granted, including my body, that I have taken for granted? And so then we need to have another means of knowledge, right? Another means other than my eyes, ears, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, seeing, and the other means of knowledge. I'm not going to go into those right now, but direct perception and inference, the different means of knowledge that we as a human being have available, those means of knowledge are means to know this, whatever we objectify. And so all of this is limited existence. It comes into being, it goes out of being. So that means I need to have another means of knowledge in order to know what is really existence. We call existence in Sanskrit Sat, Satya, Satyam. Sat or Satya or Satyam. Satyam depends the context, but Satyam means existence. That which is in the past, in the present, and in the future. We don't know anything. Everything in our awareness is dependent existence, or is limited existence. And so Veda is a sixth means of knowledge, that is independent, that now is a means, and Veda says Sat is existence, and that Sat, that existence that really is you meaning you, the person that is most known to you, me. I am Sat, I am existence. So I am the truth of all that is here. It says, the Veda says that this whole universe, everything that I know and everything that I don't know, comes from me. What? It says this is a statement, and your jaw just drops. How is it possible? How can this whole universe come from me? Me, this body, mind, this me, this cannot come from me. How is it? I am limited. I was born 36 years ago. I'm going to die. It cannot come from me. So the Veda must talk about which me. The question is that you're talking, you Veda or Shiva says, I am the cause of this whole universe. I am the truth of all that is here. And the Veda says yes. And then me, who have taken myself to be a limited being that is going to die and that is now afraid of death or afraid of change, I can ask the question, oh, maybe I don't have the whole picture. Maybe I don't know myself completely. I have some knowledge about me, right? We cannot say I don't know myself. I know myself. But the knowledge that I have of myself is limited. The knowledge that I have of myself is that I am a limited being and that I'm going to die. The knowledge that I have of myself is that I need all of this in order to be happy. I need money, I need house, I need lots of relationships, I need lots of recognition in order to be happy. I need all of this so that I can be secure. That's what I know about myself. But now all that I know, all my relationships, all my securities, all my stocks, or whatever I have, it's all falling apart. So then this is where the devotee or the seeker, the person who is now waking up, asks this question. So to Shiva, who are you talking about? Like, who are you talking about? How can I be the truth of all that is here? How can I be the truth of all that is here? And that's what also here in this in the Puranas, in the beautiful story of the Markandeya Purana, the little, what was his name? It was Markandeya. Yeah, but Markandeya was the rishi. Yeah, it was Markandeya. So Markandeya, he was a little boy, but he was already very, very mature for his age, and he held on to Shiva. He was the greatest devotee of Shiva, and he prayed to Shiva because he had to die. He was about to die, and he didn't want to die. So you see here in this beautiful picture how Markandeya as a little boy. There's also another picture where he holds on to a Shiva lingam. A Shiva lingam is a stone that represents an oval form stone that represents Shiva, and how he holds on to Shiva and prays to Shiva, no, please, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And where he asks this question, who am I? And so then Shiva appears and teaches Markandeya this mantra. He says, okay, you chant this mantra in order to destroy your fear of death. And I'll teach you. And I'll teach you who you really are. So that's a little bit about this story. And you can read this story, the Markandeya Purana, if you Wikipedia, you have the story there. And so we can, in the same way, like Markandeya, we can chant this mantra with that intention or that wish to conquer all our fears that we might have, or all our worries that we might have in this situation, and gain knowledge. Ask for self-knowledge, because now you've heard, and we all have heard already, I know, we all have heard that the Veda says that I'm not going to die, that I am the truth of all that is here. And so then my desire is maybe now grows to know who I really am, because all of this is falling apart, and now I need to have another source of happiness and security. And I want to have a real source of happiness and security. And the real source of happiness and security can only be me. It can only be me, because I am the only being that never comes and never goes. But I also have taken myself for granted. I also have taken myself for granted. And so may we all wake up. So we'll start to chant this now, call and response. And just so you have a little bit of understanding. We don't need to know now in detail, but it's still, I want to share with you. The first few words are bija mantras. Om hriṁ, śrīṁ, hriṁ, hroṁ, hraim, hraḥhana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7 bija mantras. Bija means a seed mantra. So those are sacred esoteric mantras that are like a seed. So like any other seed, it's a sacred seed, and then like a seed, it becomes a tree, or it becomes a cucumber, or it becomes a tomato. And so here, these are also seeds. And here, with our intention, we are fertilizing and watering the seed. So our prayers are by praying it, and with trust and devotion and love, we are fertilizing these seeds. And so it's like our prayer, by chanting it, it's like the water and the sun. And with our love, like a seed, the seed has to be in an environment, in its right environment, right? It has to have sun and water and nice soil. And when there's love, then the seed can grow. And so in the same way, these seeds also, when we chant them with love and trust, and then those seeds grow. And the seed grow mean our wishes come true. So it's very important now that we are very clear about what we wish, because we might get it. And this is a sacred restaurant, so we can be very conscious and about what we ask for. So Om is the sacred seed mantra of all mantras. It's the main seed mantra, Om. We all know this sacred mantra. It means Om Avati Rakshati Om, that which protects. So that which protects, that which blesses. Hrīṁ is a seed mantra for Parvati, Shakti Devi. So she who is manifesting as the material cause of this whole universe, all names, forms, and functions. śrīṁ is Lakshmi Devi. So we're invoking Lakshmi Devi in the form of all abundance. So by chanting this mantra, we're invoking that also all our needs are taken care of, especially now and always. And then these are all to invoke grace. hroṁ, hraim, all to invoke the daivam. Daivam means grace factor. But where now we could rage and act out and scream and we could do all kinds of things. Huh? We're not doing that. We're instead of that, we're praying and asking for help and inquiring. And then hana, daha, dahapaca, paca. So hana is to kill. Daha, destroy, paca, cook. So it's quite strong, like kill all my sorrow. Daha, destroy. Paca, cook means get cooked, like life cooks us. So life is a cooking pot, and so we're getting cooked, meaning mature. Let's mature, wake up and discover where we have projected our wholeness onto something other than ourselves. Gṛhāṇa, grasping comes from grasping. So what is it saying here? To retain grasping, to invoke, to strive for grace, grace daivam. Māraya, again another word for to kill, mardatu, to kill, to destroy, mardaya, to destroy, to ravage, to slay. And so here this sounds very strong, but it means killing the fear, the anxiety, the worries, the envy, the jealousy, all the enemies that are not serving us, to kill that and to wake up to the truth, to the reality. Bhairava is a name for Lord Shiva. So Bhairava, he destroys all our sorrows, all our fear in our hearts. And so he is in the form of Bhairava. So Ishvara in the form of a teacher, of a Vedanta teacher, in the form of the teaching itself, that we have access to a traditional teacher, a teacher that can guide us properly and has no agendas and zero manipulation, that we have a proper teaching methodology that doesn't create more confusion, that actually resolves confusion. Dhūnaya, another word for destroying all inhibiting factors. Kampaya, to shake, to tremble, shake up. That's what's happening now. Vighnayaviśveśvara is a name for Ganesha. So to remove all our obstacles in order to gain emotional maturity. Vighnayaviśveśvara. Vishveshvara, a name for Ishvara. So Vishvarupa. Ishvara, that is in the form of all forms. So all names, forms, and function are Ishvara. So even the disorder is in order, so that we wake up and discover all that is here is in order, even that which is out of order. Kṣobhaya, another word to shake, to agitate, to disturb. May you free us from all forms of disease. Kaṭukaṭu, sounds that remove any unseen, adrishta, inauspicious elements. So anything that is inauspicious, anything that is hindering us from owning up our essential wholeness. Moha is illusion. So wake up from the illusion, from ignorance. And illusion always refers to ignorance. Often illusion, then people refer to, oh, all of this is an illusion. So that can really create a lot of confusion. The illusion is that this whole universe is not separate from me, that all of this is me, and that, yeah, so I'm not going to go into this right now more. But and then hum is creates a spiritual armor. Kavacha means an armor, so it creates a spiritual armor. And then phaṭ, this is the sound where we clap. So we will do that also. Again, it's a sacred clapping, and by clapping, then we're destroying any inhibiting factor. And svāhā is like namaha. It's an explicit intention. When we talk about nischaya, sankalpa, and abhyasa. So when we have an intention, at first we have a fancy, and then this fancy turns into a desire, and then the desire turns into, I really want this. And so then I make a formal statement, I want this, and then I practice what I put in the effort, I put forward the proper effort to gain what I want. And so here svāhā is indicating that intention, that explicit intention, and my efforts. So I offer all my ignorance and all that hinders me from owning up the wholeness that I am into the light of knowledge. Yeah. So you can read this also through, but this in a nutshell. So let's do call and response. I chant one time through, so you hear how it sounds. We did that also in our Universal Peace Prayer, and chant one time to invoke Ishvara's grace, and then we'll do call and response. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ hroṁ hraim raha hana hana daha daha paca paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya hroṁ phaṭ svāhā. And so with svāhā, all that is not serving us, we offer it. And if you have a little fire, you can also have a little fire and take some rice or some flowers and offer them into the fire. Or you just have Shiva there, and then, or any symbol, any form that represents the light of knowledge, Shiva that destroys all our pain. Then with svāhā, you let it go. At the svāhā, we offer it back. Okay, so we take a deep breath. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. Hroṁ hraim raha. We do that line again. Call and response. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. Hroṁ hraim raha. One more time. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. Hroṁ hraim raha. Great. Okay. Now the whole line. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. One more time. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. And one more time. Om hrīṁ śrīṁ hrīṁ. Hroṁ hraim raha. Great. Now the next one, the next two words. Hana, hana.
Hana, hana.
Daha, daha.
Daha, daha.
Paca, paca.
Paca, paca.
Beautiful. So this again, now I will put the 6 words together. Hana, hana. daha, daha, paca, paca. Hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca. 2 more times. Hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca. Hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca. Great. So now we do from the beginning. Om, hrīṁ, śrīṁ, hrīṁ, hroṁ, hraim, daha, hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca. Now the next words are gṛhāṇa, 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 māraya, 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 mardaya, mardaya, mardaya. Good. We do again. Gṛhāṇa, 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 māraya, 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 mardaya, 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 mardaya. Now we put the 6 words together. Gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardaya. Gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardaya. One more time. Gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardaya. One more time. Gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardaya. Now we put from the beginning. Om, hrīṁ, śrīṁ, hrīṁ, hroṁ, hraim, raha. Hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca, gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardaya. Great. Now the next one. Maha, 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 bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa, bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa, maha, maha, bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa, maha, maha, bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa. One more time. Maha, maha, bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa. So now we add that to the previous, from the beginning. Om, hrīṁ, śrīṁ, hrīṁ, hroṁ, hraim, raha. Hana, hana, daha, daha, paca, paca, gṛhāṇa, gṛhāṇa, māraya, māraya, mardaya, mardayamahāmahā, maha, bhairavabhairavarūpeṇa. Great. And so you wanna, it's full pranayama. So you really feel it. You destroy it every time you say the ha. It touches the heart, and then we untie all the knots from the heart. So yeah, we can feel it. Then the next one, dhūnaya, 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 kampaya, 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 vighnayaviśveśvara, vighnayaviśveśvara. Good, one more time. Dhūnaya, 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 kampaya, 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 vighnayaviśveśvara. Great. Now the 6 words together. Dhūnaya, dhūnaya, kampaya, kampaya, vighnayaviśveśvara. Dhūnaya, dhūnaya, kampaya, kampaya, vighnayaviśveśvara. No, ka is not aspirate. Only the ka is unaspirate. So daha is aspirate. So when you see D plus H, it's aspirate. Means big brass. When ka is unaspirate. Dhūnaya, dhūnaya, kampaya, kampaya, vighnayaviśveśvara. One more time. dhūnaya, dhūnaya, kampaya, kampaya, vighnaya, vighnaya. Right, now from the beginning. Big breath. Om Hriṁ Śrīṁ Hrīṁ hroṁ hraim hraḥhana hana hana daha daha paca paca gṛhāṇa gṛhāṇa māraya māraya mardaya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara. Great. One more time. Inhale. Om Hriṁ Śrīṁ Hrīṁ hroṁ hraim hana hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara. Beautiful. Then the next one is Vishveshvara, 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 Vishveshvara. Then the next one, kṣobhaya,
kṣobhaya,
kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya. And so it's two times. Kṣobhaya, 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 kaṭukaṭu. So whenever you see a dot on the knees, it means you roll the tongue back. That's why it sounds a bit funny. Kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu. Kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu. Mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā, kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu. Mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. And I invite you to all do the paca. We can all do the clapping, right? It's part of the mantra. So the last line, kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. Kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. One more time. Kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. And let's add the Vishveshvara. Vishveshvara, Vishveshvara, kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. Kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. And then with Vishveshvara. Vishveshvara, kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. Vishveshvara, kṣobhaya, kṣobhaya, kaṭukaṭu, mohaya, hroṁ, phaṭ, svāhā. Great. Now we do from the beginning. Take some water if you have. Okay, good. And then relax your body and out of leisure. Okay. Deep breath. Om Hriṁ Śrīṁ Hrīṁ hroṁ hraim hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampayavighnaya kṣobhaya kaṭukaṭu mohaya hroṁ phaṭ svāhā. Here is a mistake. Kṣobhaya. Here the ya is too much. Good. Again. Om Hriṁ Shriṁ Hriṁ Hroṁ Hraim Raha Hana Hana Daha Daha Paca Paca gṛhāṇa gṛhāṇa Māraya Māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya dhūnaya kampayavighnaya kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā. So here is a little bit tricky. Let's do from dhūnaya and a little bit slower. Dhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara. So here it goes in one breath if you can, if not take two breaths. I do again. Dhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhaya. It's a little bit faster there. Again. Dhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā.
Pronounce this one again.
Vighnayaviśveśvara. And then go directly into Vighnayaviśveśvara. And so your pronunciation then goes directly to the Gatara. Vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhaya. Vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhaya. One more time. Vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhaya. So slow. Let's do a little bit more slow. Om Hriṁ Shriṁ Hriṁ Hroṁ Hraim hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā. Take a moment, resolve in silence. And notice the immediate effects of chanting. And inhale slowly. Om Hriṁ Shriṁ Hriṁ Hroṁ Hraim hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā. Om Hriṁ Shriṁ Hriṁ Hroṁ Hraim hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā. And the last time, invoking Shiva to destroy all our fears, our worries and anxiety. Inhale. Om Hrīṁ Śrīṁ Hrīṁ hroṁ hraim hana daha paca gṛhāṇa māraya mardayamahāmahā bhairavabhairavarūpeṇadhūnaya kampaya vighnayaviśveśvara kṣobhyakaṭukaṭu mohaya phaṭ svāhā. When we chant together Swasti mantra for all beings, the universal peace prayer. You can join in your heart. In the spirit of that we wish all beings freedom from fear, freedom from pain. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahishaah ko brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalini desho yam kṣobharahitah brahmana santu nirbhayaः om sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayaः sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaśchid dukkhabhag bhavet asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all for joining and chanting together and praying together. Yeah. So we're just finishing the document now. There are a few mistakes, but we'll send it to you if you like. Yeah. Okay. Lots of love. Shanti, Shanti.